What's good, people? Florence is a city that you can't miss out on, home of Michelangelo's David and many other masterpieces. Florence has a great vibe to it, but sadly, I was only there for 2 nights. So here's a list of things to do if you don't have much time in the city. I'd recommend staying around the Piazza della Signoria, since most of the things you'll be doing are around there anyway. The number one thing on my list of things to do is seeing Michelangelo's David. If you could only do one thing in Florence, this needs to be it. You'll absolutely need to make a reservation well ahead of time, and don't forget that. I'll leave a link to the official website in the description. You could get tickets through a third-party website, but the prices are going to be astronomical, so just book this ahead of time. When you get there, you'll see a line of people waiting to get in, and you'll think that this is the line for people with no tickets, but that isn't the case. That's actually the line for people with tickets. In fact, you could only get in with a ticket. Just make sure you get there on time and you'll be fine. Since you're staying at Piazza della Signoria, check out the surrounding area. It's a busy square with lots of things to see and eat. The piazza has a bunch of statues, including a replica of Michelangelo's David, but don't be fooled, this is just a replica. You have to see the real thing. Check out the Gucci Museum. It's a cool spot with interactive exhibitions. When we were there, we saw an exhibition of ad campaigns that they ran throughout the years. It was pretty cool even if you're not a fan of the brand. And while you're there in the same building, check out Gucci Garden. It's not a garden, it's a boutique Gucci store. They sell unique items that you can only find there. Oftentimes they'll take a classic silhouette and mix it with some crazy prints. It's not for everyone, obviously, and you don't have to buy anything, but it felt like a cool workshop, and all the items there really are unique. So if you're a fan of the brand, this is an important stop. Now let's talk food, but let's stay with Gucci in mind. In the same building right next door, there is Gucci Osteria, which is a collab between Gucci and Massimo Bottura. The restaurant is styled in the Gucci aesthetic, and the dishes are a mix between Massimo's hits and dishes created by the seasonal chefs that collaborate with the restaurant. This is one of the best meals I've had in Italy. Do not miss this. It's not Osteria Francescana, but it's still a Massimo Bottura restaurant, so you will need reservations well ahead of time. Also, grab a sandwich at l'Antico Vinaio. If you're on social media looking for things to eat in Florence, odds are you've come across this place before. You'll have to wait on one of 2 lines, but don't worry, they move really fast and it's totally worth it. And come hungry because these sandwiches are huge. You can share them between 2 people. You also have to have some pizza at Gustarium, which was also some of the best pizza I had in Italy. It's very different from a traditional pie. It reminds me of a deep dish pizza. It's all made by one guy and the prices vary depending on the weight of the pizza. So grab a glass of Prosecco and a couple squares of pizza, you won't regret it. Some other things that I thought were interesting and worth mentioning is Ponte Vecchio. Ponte Vecchio is an old bridge. It was built in the medieval period and it even dates back further to Roman times. It's more impressive when you consider that it wasn't destroyed during World War II. It's cool to walk over the bridge, but you won't find much other than just some jewelry shops. It kind of feels like a normal street when you're walking through it. Go there later in the day. Watching the sunset in that area with all the bridges is amazing. Next, the Duomo is not the only holy site in town worth visiting. The Basilica of Santa Croce is a beautiful basilica that you can visit as well. One interesting fact about it is that this is where you can find the tomb of Machiavelli, Michelangelo, Galileo, and others, as well as a ton of great art. I think the small price of admission is totally worth it. Well, that's all. I hope you liked the video and found it helpful. If you did, hit the like and the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out my other Italy videos. I'll link them in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.